Hello everybody, my name is Aaron and I'm the Product Manager for City of Gangsters here at Kasedo Games. Now today I'm going to be giving a quick run through of our brand new demo, which is available to play for free as part of Steam Next Fest. Now, because this is a demo, you'll notice that when you start a new game, a number of options are locked. So for example, the map that you'll be playing in will be Chicago, but in the main game you'll have access to Pittsburgh and Detroit as well. You'll also notice that the random start value is fixed. In the main game, this will be completely random, so every time you start a new campaign, you'll have a completely different starting situation, set of connections, acquaintances, skills. Everything will be completely randomized, and you'll notice that you can only be Italian in this demo, but in the main game, you'll have access to all these different nationalities. We can roll the dice to have a look at what our character might look like. I quite like the look of Antonio Morelli, that sounds good. And you'll also have the choice of a starting skill. Now what this does is it will give you a little bit of an incentive to pursue, I guess, a certain gameplay style in the early game. Looking through these, I think, let's go with the top choice. So getting territorial, what this allows me to do is it means that whenever I set up a new front, it will cost 10% less, and it also decreases the amount of time required for a front to gain control of an adjacent corner. Now this is important because the more territory that you grow, the more businesses, vehicles and crew members you'll be able to support and also exert your influence over the city. So that sounds like a good start to me. Okay, let's get stuck in. Okay, so we've arrived in Chicago just at the start of National Prohibition Act has just come into play. So we have a few dollars in our pocket and we're staying with our aunt, Alma Fisher. Now, she's going to be a pretty helpful contact for getting us established within this huge city and hopefully get us a few connections and help us to start make money. So if we just take a quick look at our starting situation, you can see a number of businesses that we already are aware of. We've got Orange Counter here, Ernest Body Shop, and a few that we don't know anything about yet with the question marks. The city is absolutely massive, so all of the map is covered in businesses, opportunities, and over the course of the game, we'll be able to explore the map a little bit more and hopefully encounter some interesting individuals who will help grow our criminal empire. Now, we start off with a single controlled building, Alma's Fruit Company, run by our aunt, Alma Fisher. And it has a legal side, which is this fruit stand, where every 7 turns it will be producing grape concentrate. Sounds interesting. On the flip side, in the back room, however, there is space to set up a new backroom operation. Now, what backroom operations are is they are essentially the illegal side of any controlled business. And they are basically the ways that we're going to be able to refine raw resources and ingredients into alcohol and sell it, which is important because that is the name of the game. We are trying to produce as much illicit alcohol as we can, sell it, make money, exert our influence on the city. So if we just have a little look at some of the starting backroom operations, we can see that we've got a few options here. We've got brick wine, moonshine, cider and homebrew. You'll notice that in order to build these operations, we first need a certain skill. So here, the homebrew, backroom homebrew operation requires homebrew production, as well as some raw materials and some cash to set it up. So $600. We've only got 50 at the moment on us, and 4 crates of lumber. Now we know that we actually produce grape concentrate at a fairly steady rate, so brick wine is probably going to be the most important I guess, the most sensible choice for our first backroom operation. So just looking at what we need to get in order to set that up, $700. So we've basically just got to start making money. Now we can also check to sort of see what the demand is for brick wine, if that's what we're going to start producing, by just clicking on the resource overlay over here and just having a little look to sort of see which businesses we already know who would be willing to buy brick wine. And 4 off the bat is pretty good. That's a pretty solid customer base, which is great. So let's just have a quick look to see if we've been left with anything to sell at the start of the game. So looks like we've got some brick wine, hard cider, and some homemade beer. So all of these are illegal alcohol resources that we can sell to customers that we know. So let's get started by selling some brick wine, as we know that we do have a few people that will buy it from us. This is our boss, Antonio Morelli. At the moment, our crew consists of just one individual, but as time passes, we'll be able to grow that a little bit more. But first, let's go and make some money. Okay. So if we drive over to the Ernest's Auto Body Shop, we can have a little chat with him to sort of see what he's willing to buy and sell. So he'll sell us small bottles and stoneware crocks, which would be useful for creating things like more advanced versions of the beer resource, and stoneware crocks are really abundant and kind of helpful resource for producing some of the most basic types of alcohol. But he will also buy brick wine and homemade beer of us, which is important because we've got some of that to sell him. So if we just sell some brick wine right now, $390, easy money. Now, you'll notice that there is a relationship bar for every character that you encounter in the game. And because we've just done business together, we've just gained a boost of 7 points. So at the moment, our relationship level with Ernest stands at 27. And he actually owes us a favor as well, because of this relationship level being reasonably high. The favors that you'll see in City of Gangsters are essentially a secondary resource that are essential for kind of growing your network, growing your connections, learning about new business opportunities, new vacant buildings in which you can start building new backroom operations. It's numerous the things that you can do with the favor, so it's really important that you build relationships with people that you know in order to gain these favors, and then essentially build relationships with a wider network. So we can look at what we can currently do with this favor that he owes us. And I'm thinking that it would be helpful to find another person who is buying or selling anything that I need. So if we just click on this, we can find that he has a friend, Clifford. Okay, tell me more. So this is a building that we haven't even explored this corner of the map yet. So this could be a interesting discovery for us. Great. So Clifford Wall, he runs Wall & Son Cold Warehouse. And because we haven't visited yet, we don't know anything about him. But we can see that he will also will do us a favor, as we have been introduced by a multiple acquaintance that gave us a bit of a boost. Yeah, he owes us a favor, so you can sort of see the knock-on effect here in terms of like how you can quickly chain together acquaintances and start unlocking more of the city to explore. So let's have a look. Let's just see if we can find out what. Okay. So homemade beer is something that he's willing to buy. And we also already were aware of, there's 3 other businesses. So right now, homemade beer and brick wine are equally profitable for us. We have 4 connections. They're all reasonably close by, which should be easy to cater for. Okay, let's go back and grab some homemade beer as well. Now we're driving around in a car at the moment, which doesn't have an amazing storage capacity. As time goes on, we'll unlock more vehicles, things like a truck or even a high capacity storage van, which will be really, really helpful for moving around heavy and large goods, shall we say. At the moment, we're 72% full, so we've just got to be aware of this inventory management. I think because brick wine and homemade beer is what we're focusing on, we'll just fill up and we'll go from there. So let's go and have a chat with our new acquaintance. Hello, Clifford. Yeah, let's sell some homemade beer. Now, what we could do, we don't really know him very well, so our relationship isn't quite as high as Ernest. That was his name. But what we can do is we can try and build that by giving him a bit of a deal on the beer that we're selling him. So let's talk about the cost. Let's give him a discount. And look at that, straight away boosted him to 5 because he appreciated getting a good deal from us, which is really, really nice. So, we're not going to make as much money, but we've boosted his relationship from 15 to 34, which has granted us 2 favors, and he's a pretty, he's a pretty solid contact that we've got now, which is really, really cool. You'll notice that I can't do anything more with him. These dialogue options have now grayed out. It's because I don't have any action points left. So every single one of your individual crew members will have a limited number of action points and movement points. So you can see that on this side of the menu, where we currently have 0 action points and 6 movement points. Now, movement also important. When you're moving around territory that you have already explored, it only costs one action, 1 movement point to do that. But if you're moving into territory that you haven't discovered yet, that's going to cost 5, which we're not able to do. So that's probably all we can do this turn. So let's jump to the next turn. Great, cool. So we've now got our 3 action points and our 11 movement points restored, which is great. So what I think I'm going to do is, because we've already started building the relationship over here, and it isn't too far from our territory already, I'm thinking, why don't we set up a front to start building our territory? Because at the moment we only have a crew capacity of 1, and that's based on our territory size. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's use one of those favors that we built up, and let us set up a front. So what happens here when you set up a front? It's going to cost a little bit of money first of all, and this is incremental, so the more fronts that you set up, the more money each subsequent front will cost when you set it up. So it's $110 this first time around, which sounds alright. Let's do it. Great. Respect is rising in the city, and the corner has fallen under our control. Your loyalty is certainly going to be rewarded. Now, this is important because depending on where a front is positioned, it can be a great way of generating money, as well as essentially capturing businesses under your influence and basically dissuading your rivals from coming in and doing business with people that you know and are valuable to you. So right now we have our first corner and we've got this new front, which essentially is a catalyst for expansion. So if we just chat to Clifford here and we ask him about expanding territory, what he'll do is he will start influencing businesses that are on an adjacent corner to where the front is set up, and over time they will eventually fall under our control, which sounds really good. So we just got to pay $10 to get things started, and let's just leave him to it. Now, I guess front positioning is quite important as well, because in order to keep expanding, they're going to need a steady stream of money, essentially, to keep them funded. The way that we can do that is if we look at the territory that we already control, and we look at any businesses that are within it, we can actually extort them for money, where they will automatically play the front that is local to them. So Sorry, Edna, we don't really know you, but we're going to try and extort you. Let's demand some payment. Oh. So she has complied with us, but you can see that her relationship has dropped to -20 because she resents being extorted. So for 36 more turns, she's going to be not too happy with us. But what this should do, it should support the front for a little while it's expanding. So every time we expand to a new corner, we're probably going to have to be thinking about extorting another business in order to be able to support that. But we'll come to that in a little bit. Right. So we were thinking about setting up a backroom operation, weren't we? So we just need to make a little bit more money. First of all, in our car, we can see that we still got 25 brick wine. I think there were some businesses down here that we'll buy. So this one we know that we've already sold to. Now a turn has passed since we actually sold to them, sold brick wine to them. So that means that their demand will essentially have diminished. So if we just have a little chat, you'll see. Oh, run out of actions again. So Ernest, would you like to buy some brick wine? Yeah, so he's only willing to buy 4, whereas I think the first time around he bought like a lot more than 4. So let's just sell what we can while we're here. But I think it might make more sense to go and talk to another potential customer. So Paul, he'll buy 13, which is good. And then what about the last business? Let's go to the closest one. So we're being economic with our moves and our actions. June. Oh, she buys up to 26. So she's probably going to be quite a good business to start regularly supplying if her demand is that high. Okay. Right, so we have $891 to our name. Antonio is carrying 841, which should be enough to set up our brick wine operation. Okay, so what we need to do first of all is make sure that the money required to set up the operation is in the business first of all. Here we are. So the back from brick wine operation. It will require some grape concentrate and a steady supply of stoneware crocks in order to produce 45 crocks of brick wine every 7 turns, which sounds really good. So let's get that building. That's going to take 5 turns to complete. So to preempt this, we should probably buy some stoneware crocks. We haven't actually got any in storage. $141 should be enough to get a few of those, so we need 45. So the crocs only cost $2 each, which is great. Let's see if we can fit as many as we can while we're over here to be economic with these turns. Car's full, so let's unload. So we need 5 more. So as you saw there, the demand has, as I've bought everything that Ernest had, he won't sell any more to me this turn. And that stock will slowly build up as turns go by. You know what? I'm actually just going to buy while I'm here. That's it now. I'm going to buy 5. Let's not overextend ourselves too much because money can be hard to come by in the early game if you're not careful. Great. So once the backroom operation comes online, we can see that we actually already have the materials required to start producing brick wine. So we just need to make sure that these raw ingredients are kept stocked, so we know that we're producing grape concentrate, which is fine. And then we just need to remember to every 7 turns make sure that there are 45 stoneware crocks in the business storage. I'm going to take some cider out and some more brick wine. Do we know any cider sellers? Someone that we're going to be building quite a strong relationship with here, because Paul seems to be buying a lot of stuff that we're selling. So brick wine, hard cider. And we can actually see that he's got this icon here which tells us that he can tell us about a new skill. So a crew skill is essentially a skill that your entire crew will learn. So it's going to be important for helping you gain access to new types of resource production. There's a whole number of different things that they do. So let's just have a chat and see what he can tell us about. So he can tell us about cider making, which sounds interesting, although he's the only person that will buy cider. So I don't think right now that is a very good idea, because we've only got one person willing to buy. But it's worth thinking about. Okay, we'll come back to that. And let's just double check our front. So we have a police officer here, which is never a good sign. What we can do is we can check the overlay for heat. Wow. Now, this is because we've been doing a lot of... we've been selling a lot of like illegal resources, which has obviously attracted the attention of the police. Over here, we can see that the heat has risen because we've been trading illegal goods here. And it's spreading from neighbouring corners as well. So if we've been selling in an adjacent corner, which we have been, there's been some spillover, say for example, from this corner into this one. So this is pretty hot at the moment. We've got to be careful, because there will come a point where the police would just essentially flock to a really hot corner, and they will arrest anyone who's currently stuck on it. So you've got to be really careful to make sure that you've got enough movement points to get out of trouble, shall we say. But this is also quite tactical, because you've got to think about how you're distributing your resources. So if you're constantly selling to the same customers, which is kind of what we've been doing already, a lot of the brick wine and cider that we sold was around this area. Homemade beer was over here. The more the police are going to be frequenting those corners, and whilst they're there, a business on that corner won't talk to you. So you've got to think ahead about, like, do you want to lose access to a certain corner because the police are there? Do you want to potentially risk having someone arrested because you're caught in the wrong place at the wrong time? So really, what we need to think about doing now is just expanding our knowledge of the city much further, exploring more. And potentially keeping away from raising too much heat in any one area. Now, if we have a look at the police precincts, we can see all of the different coloured areas are linked to different precincts. So, for example, this blue area, the precinct is over here. It's a suspected police precinct, so we need to go and explore that in order to find out where we're currently based. This is the precincts. Police precinct number 22. Earl Godfrey. So one, we are expanding and getting to know new people, new markets. These precincts are going to be quite important, because every police officer will patrol its own precinct. So if we know this is precinct number 22, we've got to get to know Earl. And now, every character in City of Gangsters is connected to somebody. We can see that he knows poor old Edna, the business owner that we extorted earlier, as well as our pal, Clifford. He also seems to know this, what we call a troublemaker. So this is kind of like a neutral sometimes belligerent unit that occupies the map. They're basically like small-time gangsters who will cause you some trouble, but then they can also give you potential business opportunities as well. So he knows, he doesn't know that many people that we know. These are our mutual acquaintances. But if we want to get to know him better, we're obviously going to have to get an introduction from someone who can do that for us. So, you know, we've got favors with Clifford's, we've got favors from our connection Violet as well. So when the time comes, it might be worth getting an introduction with him, just so that we can potentially get rid of or mitigate some of the heat that's being created by our activities. Right. So bearing in mind everything that I've just said, let's start selling way away from where the action is, as it were, with the police, because that is a worry. If he does land on a square where we are, or raid a square where we're currently located, he will arrest us. He'll confiscate all of our money and all of our resources that we're carrying, which would not be good. Let's have a chat with Carlotta, sell some brick wine. Great. He's going to sit there for a while. So we're kind of running out of alcohol to sell now. So the starting alcohol that we were given, we've almost sold all of that. What it allowed us to do was obviously to generate a little bit of startup money for our first business. So we're going to need to find a few other ways of making money and progressing. Now, we've got a few businesses here with this little question mark, and this means that they have a mission for us. They want something, and if we supply it, then they will do us a favor or give us something exciting, which is, you know, that's exactly what we want in this city. We want opportunity. We want to learn more about potential business activities that we could be getting involved in. Let's have a chat with Andrea. Okay, so there he's asking for a strong leader. Couldn't agree more. So he's asking us to have 5 corners within our territory. Well, we can totally do that because we are already starting to expand. Great. So we started off with 1, and we have 1 over here with our fronts. So have 5 corners in our territory. Well, we're already halfway there, and our front is actively expanding to gain more. Now let's go and actually explore the businesses that are adjacent, just so that we know what they are. So Carolina, Baseball Bats, Bricks, Lumber, okay. And Russell Good, he runs a scrapyard. Now, once we have another crew member under our wing, as it were, we're going to want another vehicle. They can't explore the city unless they have one, and they can't transport goods unless they have one, so that's going to be quite important. You'll notice that as we drive around, the condition of my vehicle is actually going to decrease, so we're going to need to come back here intermittently and have repairs done. So maybe let's keep him on side, because that will be quite helpful. Okay, let's get rid of this last bit of hard cider and brick wine. I'm really wary about raising heat at the moment. Oh, that one's okay. The police have gone. The police have gone. Can we sell brick wine? Yes. Great. What I'm going to do is I actually want to start expanding and just learning about more people that are going to be useful to us. So I'm just going to call in some favors here to learn about more useful business partners. So there's 1. Who else have we got? Let's go over here. Let's learn about Ella. Great. And so our corner has now been captured, which is brilliant. And our building is ready to go. So, first of all, this is good news. You can see that our territory has grown. We're one step closer to fulfilling that mission. And our front can now start expanding into the two other adjacent corners, this one here and this one here, which sounds good to me. The brick wine operation, as you can see, is stocked and ready to go, so we just need to wait for that to finish, and then we can start selling brick wine. So yeah, I'll continue just learning about people that will buy or sell something that we need, because it's really good to, in the early game, to start kind of like, you know, ooh, police officer, to start expanding your network as quickly as possible, because you're going to run into trouble if it's too small. And as you can see, there are police everywhere at the moment. So yeah. Okay, so if we just chat to this business, you'll see that they won't do anything with us because the police unit is on that space. Yeah, the cops nearby, and it makes them nervous. I understand, that's cool. So if you'll remember, you know, this is where we could sell brick wine and hard cider. So that is locked out at the moment, and he might sit there for a few turns, which is, you know, that's quite disruptive. But you know, this is just one of the challenges that we've got to overcome. We are up and coming in the city, and at the moment there's not a lot we can do about the police because we don't have the money to really start messing with them too much. Right, okay, well what I'll do is I'll just go back over to my front. And you can see that there's a few new icons here that we haven't encountered yet. We've got a fat stack of envelopes waiting for us. Now this is from our long-suffering acquaintance Edna, who at the moment is the only person we're extorting in the entire city. So I do feel a little bit sorry for her, but nevertheless, you know, we've got to pay. People have got to pay if they want to be under our influence, our protection, as it were. So if we just have a little chat with Clifford here, we can pick up those envelopes. $10, which is, you know, that's a couple of units of alcohol. That's okay. And the more people that we extort, the more people will feed into that pool, as it were, that donation pool. Let's call it that. So what we'll do is, I think we'll come back to that. So you'll also have noticed as I've been playing that there are a number of tickers that have been appearing on the top of the screen. For example, respect is rising, so we know that we've just gained control over the adjacent corner. Now this yellow book is an important one. So because we've been traveling a little bit, we've been talking to a lot of people, we have gained experience from all of our hard work. So if we click, we can see that we can improve Antonio in a number of different ways. Now, as the more experience you gain, the more different options you're actually going to unlock. So we have a few different choices here, but these are the most basic ones. They will become more sophisticated as you go along. So a smart opportunist allows you to have an extra action points per turn. If you're an efficient driver, more movement points. If you're a well-known brawler, you'll increase your combat effectiveness. Now I think actually smart opportunist is probably the best right now for my needs, because I am kind of running out of actions quite quickly. Just gonna, yeah, all okay. And let's just have a look at the, I'll tell you what. Great, okay. So, now that we've collected the envelopes, we can actually start expanding again. So what we're going to do is, let's go to this corner. Actually, let's have a look at it as well. We've got two businesses. So for both of these businesses, there are resources that we can sell to them that we don't actually know anything about yet. So as we progress in the game, we're basically going to unlock more our knowledge of different types of alcohol and the ingredients that go into making those types of alcohol. So at the moment, 4 basic types: brick wine, hard cider, homemade beer, and moonshine. And these are essentially the ingredients that go into making those drinks. And as we explore the city, learn new skills, etc., we will actually unlock new types of alcohol to sell. So at the moment, neither of these businesses are particularly useful to us. They will come in handy later once we've started unlocking more advanced resources, as it were. I'm also just going to see what Edna would like with us, because she's offering us a mission. You think you can just strong arm your way into this neighborhood? Well, what she's offering us here is if we were to donate $100 to sponsor the local youth baseball team, this might improve our standing with her. So let's have a look. Let's give her $100. Why not? You know, we've got a bit of cash at the moment. Nice. And what that has done is we're now back on to kind of neutral terms with her. She appreciates our recent bout of generosity, and we have helped them out before. Although she does very much resent being extorted, so she's not going to be our best contact, shall we say? But at least she's kind of not disliking us, which is nice. I think in order to actually keep funding this expansion, I'm going to try and extort this business here as well. Rita Johnson, let's do it. Ooh, okay, so she says no, she's not willing to be extorted. So what we can do is we can destroy her property. And what this will do is it costs an action. And she's really not liking us now because she's afraid of what we'll do to them and their business. But she's still resilient. She's not caving in. Now what this means is we're going to have to come back and we're going to have to maybe do that a few more times in order to convince her that we mean business. This isn't just, we're not just going to let it slide. We're not going to smash a window and, you know, and leave her to it. We're going to be relentless. We're going to show how much we mean business, and hopefully she will then comply with our demands. But that is a problem at the moment, and you'll notice this as turns go by, because we're not currently able to support our front entirely with this one business. But we'll get back to it in a sec. Now, have we got any more alcohol? So we've got some hard cider, haven't we? Which is being blocked by the police officer. What else can we do? We've got no actions left, so let's just go to the next turn. Alright, police are gone. Let's sell the hard cider. Cool. Oh, and let's use that favour to learn about someone else. Let's expand that network. Nice. Any more? Oh, another brick wine. Customer. That's getting quite healthy. How about homemade beer? Also good. No one buys moonshine. That's okay. And let's see if we've got anything left. Let's sell some of this brick wine as well. Okay. Okay. Right. So, I think the next thing to do would maybe to think about setting up a second operation. So we know that like everyone's buying brick wine at the moment, which is great. It's reasonably spread out. The homemade beer is more concentrated. Like, it's great. So for some of these customers, we can sell them twice, different types of resources, which is really, really handy. The homemade beer is more concentrated around this area, I guess. And it should be easier and quicker to produce as well. So I'll tell you what, we'll have a think about setting up a backroom homebrew operation. So we know that we've got one controlled business at the moment, but we're going to need another. Now, if we just go and talk to our front owner, we can see that they have something that might be of interest to us in terms of another building that we can use for expansion. So let's spend a favour, as we have 3, and tell me about this plan of yours. Whoa, so a building is vacant and we might be able to use it. So what do they need? $500. I can do that. Nice. Here's to a successful future. So, we've just gained access to Illinois Storage Company, a small warehouse. Warren of shelves and storage racks, the small warehouse is a maze of crates, boxes, and barrels. This is interesting. It produces corn syrup, bottles, and stoneware crocks. Now we need stoneware crocks in order to manufacture brick wine. So what we could actually start doing is supplying or moving stoneware crocks over to the brick wine operation. But we're going to need another crew member to do that. Okay. What do we need to set up? And we're going to need the skill homebrew production. So you can already see there's quite a few moving pieces here. You know, we want to expand our territory. We want to get more crew members. We want to build a second operation so we can keep the heat off some of the businesses that we've already been doing business with. And now you can kind of start to see there are like lots of different things going on at once. So basically your turns are quite diverse. You'll be looking at fulfilling different objectives, different missions in order to progress further and faster. So I think what I'm going to do is I want to basically set up a homebrew production. If in the meantime I can start moving stoneware crocks over to the brick wine operation, I can totally do that. So we need to learn about homebrew production first. So let's just start chatting to people who are offering us skills training. What are you going to teach me? Homebrew production. Perfect. What do they need? 40 malt syrup. Yeah, we can do that. Let's spend a favor. 40 malt syrup. Okay. I need a little bit of money because I think I'm running a little bit low. Before we start pursuing this this homebrew production mission, I think I'm going to go and start selling some of that brick wine that we've been producing. Oh, we haven't finished production yet. Okay, we're getting there. Can we sell this hard cider? Let's have a look. Oh, we can sell one. Right. Let's have a little look at the malt syrup. Does anyone sell it? The malt syrup's quite heavy as it comes in barrels, so being able to like buy 40 and to move them all over is going to take a few turns to be able to do that. But I guess it'll be worth it once we can set up that second operation. Also noticed that we've got a couple of businesses who have gained this new icon where they know people looking for work, any kind of work. So, because of our two businesses and our territory size, we actually have enough room in our crew now to have a second crew member. And I think I might hire someone just to start building their experience. Let's have a little look to see who might be interested. People looking to join our crew. So we've got a few different choices here. Now you'll notice that every business, every character, every crew member that you come across in the game, they have personality traits, which kind of like it gives you a little bit of a hint as to the kind of work they might be good at. So for Milton here, we can see that he's talkative. So he'll basically be boosting the relationships with all of the people that he talks to and that he delivers to, which is going to be really helpful. He's also friendly, so if we have a speakeasy that we set up, that will make it easier for us to start upgrading it or expanding it a little bit further. And he's agile. which means that he's going to be probably going to get a bonus to movement, and he'll be decent in a fight. So yeah, Milton actually sounds really good. Let's go with Milton. Where is he? Let's go and have a chat with Ella. Let's use that favor and hire Milton. That sounds fantastic. Brilliant. Okay. So you see, we've got Milton here. He's unassigned at the moment. We don't have a vehicle to put him in, or a spare vehicle to put him in. So what I might do is make him a manager. Yeah. And the reason for that is, although he's not giving any inherent benefits at the moment, what it will do is that he'll start building experience, obviously, in managing the backroom operation. So the longer that he's in there, the more experience he'll get, and then he'll be able to level up in a number of different ways that we haven't seen yet. So let's leave him in there. That sounds good to me. Can we sell this last bit of cider? Get rid of all this. Oh, we can't, no. I'm just going to explore a little bit up here. Oh. Let's have more action. Actually, let's become a better brawler, because I have a feeling that we might want to get physical at some point with some of these troublemakers who are kind of like near our territory. They might prove to be a little bit annoying on the fringes, so let's gain that skill there. Well-known brawler level 1, so that we can deal with them later. So the City of Gangsters is very much a game about like preparing for the future. So you've got to read the situation as it stands, but also being aware of, you know, a couple of turns ahead as to what might happen. We've got territory that's expanding right here, right next to this troublemaker, so she may start harassing businesses on this corner, if that happens, then they're not going to be happy. We're not going to be able to do business with them, and we're going to have to sort her out. So let's just see what happens there. Okay, we've not got a huge amount of money, and then the brick wine operation we still haven't finished producing yet. So we've got to be careful. We've got to be careful about spending too much money right now. It's actually costing $20 per turn for Milton now that we've hired him. So you can already see that we're starting to try and, you know, we're balancing our economy a little bit in order to expand a little bit further. So let's see. Expansion's going fine over here. They've got another mission. Do we want to go and take on another mission? There's one here as well, and here. Let's have a look. Stepping letters from my cousins on our family farm in the country today. They're having trouble making loan payments and may lose the land. Heard a lot about that farm. It'd be a shame to lose it. How can we help? $1,000. That's a lot of money. I'll tell you what, let's do it, and we can always come back to it in a bit. So we're probably going to have to start extorting a lot of people in this area, and we really need to get this brick wine operation running smoothly. So let's get rid of that. Let's get all these crocs, so that there's always going to be crocs good to go. So we've got 69 there, so let's build that up to 90. Oh, and not spend all our money while we're doing it. Yeah, that will be okay. Will that be okay? Let's see. Oh, just in time. Right, we have brick wine. Now you might have noticed there that there was like a little kind of like spark, and you saw the police unit descend on this corner. It is because if we just look at the heat again, there we go. You can see the exclamation mark that the police officer was very much attracted to this corner, and this one here as well. So this is where they're currently bouncing between and raiding. So we've got to be really careful about finishing our turns on either of these corners right now. Elsewhere though, heat's kind of died down. We haven't sold anything for a while, so yeah, the police are kind of leaving us alone elsewhere. We really need to start selling. Yes. So brick wine. Let's go. Let's go up here, well away from the police. And you know, we've got a good relationship. 43 shows us 4 favors. She can help us out by paying 20% over market price. Yeah, that's not a problem, is it? No. She's remembering that we raised prices on her in the past. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. If we just do a little bit of exploring around here. Oh, new corner online. Nice. If we do a little bit of exploring around here and just unlock a few new buildings, you can click on this icon here and it will tell you all of the mutual acquaintances that you have with the business owner. So right now there's no one here particularly useful or connected. So this is more interesting. So Phyllis knows our Aunt Alma, which is great because we've got a favour. So, you know, right now, Phyllis, you know, we can sell to her 4 unknown resources. But if we just go and have a little chat with Alma, let's sell. Oh, let's use a favour. Yeah. Look at that. Interesting. So what that's done, it's boosted our relationship. Mutual friend put in a good word for us. It's gained us a favour. Still nothing that we can sell, but it's unlocked again this link where they'll know someone that might be useful to us. So that was well worth doing. Tell you what we're going to go and do. Oh, we're getting an alert here that we're not able to pay the salary for Milton. Okay, so we need to make sure that there's always money in our stock in any of the businesses that we own. We have to make sure that there's money in there to keep paying our staff, which is our crew. So let's put $100 in there. You know, we've got loads of brick wine to sell. That should keep them happy for a few turns. We can also keep expanding. Let's go extort some more businesses. Oh, she's also... Oh, I don't want to destroy her property as well. What about Michael? Are you more compliant? Yeah, that's fine. And let's go back to Rita. No, I don't want to talk to you about that. Let's finish our little chat. Keep destroying our property. Still holding out on us. Oh well. Go back to our front. We've got some envelopes. No. Broke even there. So what we'll do is we'll just keep expanding. So we've got 1, 2, and maybe a third one in a bit. That's fine. Supporting the front. Let's go and talk to that acquaintance up here. See who they know. Ooh, a pool hall. I wonder if it's brick wine. It is brick wine, look at that. Perfect. Right, let's get selling. $195, that's pretty good. Wonder if they know any of these businesses that are nearby. Let's have a look. Oh, a police station. Maybe Rita. Let's see if she's any... use her favour for. Does she know anyone? No. Oh, this troublemaker here looks like they've been getting in a scrap with somebody. keep an eye on Agnes, because once she's gone, this corner will be free to start exploiting. Okay. She's interested in business. Now you'll notice that Milton he was kicked out of the business that he was working in because we were unable to pay him, so he refused to go to work. So now that we can pay him again, we've got to put him back in. So we just need to keep an eye on that. So I think what I'm going to do is let's just sell all of this brick wine before we start getting involved in other activities, just so that we've got enough capital. Now you're going to want to basically have like a pretty steady strategy for distributing alcohol, because it's it's your main source of income, and you can see that this is quite manual at the moment. We're spending quite a lot of time moving things around ourselves. We're the boss. We don't want to be doing this forever. So I think let's get enough money. Let's probably buy another vehicle, and let's start seeing if we can automate some of this distribution. So right, let's continue selling this brick wine while we can. We've got $610. I wonder if that'll be enough to buy a car. Let's have a look. Another turn to get some more action points. $500. That's going to leave us. Yeah, 150. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay, so we have a second vehicle, and that is great. It's no one's assigned to it at the moment. What we can do is we can put Milton. In there. Let's assign him. Let's remove him from the building and put him in the vehicle. There we go. Great. So we now essentially have two crew members who can freely move around the map, and that should make things a little bit easier for us in terms of generating money. So what I can do now that I've got my second crew member is that I can start using him on to set up like a delivery route, an automated delivery route, which will allow me to essentially not have to control a crew member so manually. So let's have a little look at how we can do that, so that we know that with the Illinois Storage Company we are producing stoneware crocs quite frequently. If we just have a look in storage, yeah, we can see that we have crocs in there. So what I'm going to do is let's set up a new delivery route, and let's assign Milton to that. So let's pick up all of the stoneware crocs from the Illinois Storage Company. Yep. And then what we're going to do is we are going to drop off stoneware crocs at Alma's Fruit Company, all of them. There we go. So that's a really simple delivery route. We can kind of just leave him to it. So every turn, he's going to be running back and forwards and moving any crops that he can over between the two operations. Shouldn't create any problems with the police because he's not moving anything illegal. But we can keep an eye on it. And I think what we'll do is later we can modify this so we can start distributing brick wine as well. But let's just sort of see how that starts. So let's start that delivery. Off we go. Cool. And I can focus on continuing the expansion. How much money have we got? We're okay, aren't we? We're okay. Audrey Miller. Okay, so with this troublemaker over here, just having a little look at her. She knows quite a few people. and quite a few people that we're friendly with. Now, she's interested in business, and I'm thinking of, you know, more ways in which I can make money. That's, you know, that's the ultimate goal. So I think what I'm going to do is try and get to know her a little bit better. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to need an introduction. So let's have a little chat with someone that we know who owes us a favor. Can you get me an in with some troublemakers? Yes, brilliant. So we have an in now. And let's see if she's willing to tell us about anything. Let's ask. What would you say to some moonshine? A gift from me to my friends, and I insist you take it. That's generous. Ooh, is it because I don't? No, let's have them. Let's have them. Just 2. Okay, it's something. It's something. That's quite nice, wasn't it? I'll tell you what though. Let's go and see if we can. Ah. So we just got attacked by Marilyn Day. Okay. Reason why this happened is we strayed a little bit too close to her corner here, and she is unlike Audrey, who is interested in business. Marilyn is interested in brawling, so she'll fight anyone who gets too close to her territory, which is, you know, that's a risk I took there. And you can see that we've both taken a little bit of damage. I think she actually came out worst off out of that confrontation. Antonio, he is, you know, we know that he's a well-known brawler. He's also aggressive, which increases weapon effectiveness, although he's unarmed at the moment. But yes, okay, so she's going to be quite annoyed, so we should probably, like, leave her alone. With that moonshine that we just gained, can we sell it to anyone? See, we don't know anyone who'll actually buy moonshine at the moment. Okay. What we can do then is we just need to keep making money at the moment. Let's go and pick up the envelopes. $10. That's all good. Let's continue smashing up poor Rita's shop. There we go. Oh, she's still resisting. Wow. Okay. So this has taken like 3 actions, and she's still not happy. She's not going to comply yet. We'll get her. We'll get her. We'll come back. We'll sort her out. Okay. Have we got anything else to sell? Just the moonshine at the moment, but let's make sure that there's enough cash in there. Okay. So we need $1,000 here. We need malt syrup to get the homebrew production. We just need money at the moment. As you can see, Milton's running his delivery route still. We've just gained production, so I'm feeling like this is a pretty steady stream of brick wine now. What I'm going to do in a second is I'm going to get him to start distributing as well, just so I don't have to keep doing this. But for now, let's just get some quick money. Let's go over here. We've not been down here for a while. Buy some brick wine. They can give me 20% more because we're friendly. I've got quite a lot of money now. Okay. Right, let's edit Milton's delivery route. So, just looking at the map, the heat's going to concentrate around areas where we have territory, as well as where we're selling illegal resources to. So we're probably going to want to distribute brick wine to the fringes, and we know that the fringes are like over here and up there and up here even. Ooh. Okay, so if that's the case, let's have a look at his delivery route. What we're going to ask him to do now is he's going to pick up any brick wine. all of it. And then he's going to sell the brick wine. The Morgan Drug Company, that sounds good. What we can do is we can just do it in quantities. So we know we're producing 45. Let's do 10. And yeah, let's do that. Okay, and then what we want to do is add another step. So let's sell more of the brick wine. Yeah, let's do 10 here as well. Nice and spaced out. Okay. Add another one, and then we'll do brick wine. Not that one, because that's the... Yeah, these are a bit hot, these ones. That one's not too bad. Let's do... Okay. That's looking pretty good. Let's do the last one for 15. Get the billiard full. Yeah, that sounds good. So at the end of the chain, sells anything that's remaining. Nice. And then actually what we'll do as well, we will do a storage drop off of all of that cash that is made to Alma's Fruit Company. So we're not paying anything to keep the brick wine operation supplied because we produce it in our warehouse over here. Once the brick wine is produced, we can then distribute it all over the territory that we, well, all over the area of the map that we've unlocked, to the fringes of our territory, as it were, to keep the heat down, keep it spaced out a little bit. And status is running. So selling and dropping off all the cash at the end. And then the cash that builds up in the Almond's Fruit Company obviously will go to funding Milton's his wages, as it were. So we've got a nice little closed little loop system here, which I think will go, which will be quite nice. So we've also got 750 cash. What to do with all that money? We can either start working towards the homebrew production mission with the malt syrup, or the I'm kind of intrigued by the family business, but we did want to set up a second operation. Ooh, let's have a look. Sell some more brick wine. Where are we? I've got 6 moves. I can get in and out. Let's do it. Right, let's go and buy some malt syrup. Where are we? Malt syrup. Okay. Buy some from here. Poor old Edna. We'll get 10. She's got a really big supply of it, actually, so that should do fine for our the homebrew production mission that we've had active for a while now. That shouldn't be a problem. Okay. And look at that. We've got our 5th corner as well, so we can finish the mission Familial Lands, which is great. Look at all these options that have opened up. More crew members, more expansion opportunities, more missions. That looks good. Okay, right, let's go and drop off some of this malt syrup. Have we got enough moves? I think we have. Let's go. Sorry, Edna, we just need you for your malt syrup at the moment. A lot of movement points and actions being spent here, but it's kind of expedited our knowledge, our accrual of knowledge, and that's going to be important as we move towards further into prohibition. Okay. Make sure there's enough cash to keep Milton happy. Yeah, he's okay. Get the last of this malt syrup. We only need 10 more. Nice. Great. New skill. Fantastic. So what we can do now is, so we've learned about, so in completing that mission, we've now unlocked homebrew production as a backroom operation. That has actually unlocked the barley resource as well. So barley can be refined to produce malt syrup, which can be combined with stoneware crocks to make homemade beer. And all of these resources you'll see as you go later into the game, they become more and more complex to chains and require more and more crew members in order to sustain them. So right now, let's just have a look at our where are we? Our other own business. So we can set up this backroom operation now that we have the right skill. We're just going to need some lumber and some money. Money does make the world go round, and Milton's on that because he's going to be picking up brick wine and distributing that when he can. Okay. What I might do is I might wonder if we can sell any of these bottles. Does anyone want to buy them? Nope. You've also noticed the icon here over the front. So we've reached the potential for this front's growth because there are no adjacent corners anymore. It's captured as much territory as possible, and it won't capture any more. And it looks like I think it's sustaining itself as well at the moment. We've got 2 businesses supporting it. I'll tell you what, one last go. Let's destroy. Finally, she's complying with our demands. She's really, really not liking us though. Yeah, she's afraid of us and resents being extorted. Okay, watch it. So that should be enough. Business is being extorted now to keep that front happily sort of ticking along. What I might do... she sells lumber, which we need, don't we? Okay, let's go next turn. Off goes Milton on his delivery. $70. Nice. Let's buy some lumber. We need 4. Okay. Can sell the hard cider. There's only one business we know that will buy it, I believe. Oh! Well, this is new. Because we're extorting him, he won't buy. Okay. He won't buy from us. I wonder if we can get anyone to put in a good word. No. Okay, so that is locked out for us now until we can improve the relationship with him, which is going to be tricky. Let's go back to finish this mission while we're here. Have to help a friend. Ooh. Look at these rewards. Okay, so we can gain some brick wine and a favour. Homemade beer and a favour. Or a skill, sanitary measures. Tell you what, let's just get the crocs at the moment. And we will start to distribute those in tandem with Milton with the brick wine. Let's just get this sold so we can start making money. Done. So I think we have enough to set up that second operation now. Where's all our money? maybe we'll sell this 1 unit of cider. I think we'll wait until Milton comes back. Oh, what we can also do at any point is we can stop the delivery. So, you know, he's got, in his cart at the moment, he's just got money. So what we can do is we can pull him back next turn. That was a really bad idea. Oh, I might have just... Yep, I could get arrested here. Let's have a look. Oh, we're okay, we're okay. Let's increase the driving ability so we can make sure that that doesn't happen again. We need all the money to set up our operation. Let's bring Milton back. Perfect. Okay. So what I might do is, just looking at the requirements of each of the backroom operations, I might have, once this is built, I might just get Milton to focus on just making sure there's malt syrup like in there, because you know we already produce quite a lot of similar crocs. So instead of moving those over to the brick wine operation, yeah, I think that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'll tell you what though, in the meantime he can continue to do that. And I've got a little bit of money on me, so I'm going to try and just boost the stoneware crock supply for the brick wine operation. Just to quickly get that back and running again. Is that going to be finishing soon? Let's have a look. I've got a couple of turns. What's the nearest? Let's go. 20. Oh, starting to run out of money, aren't we? So, I have gained some reputation around these parts, and I can pick a street name that people will know you by. I will become known as Antonio Scarface Morelli, so I can change this. But I think Scarface is quite a traditional mobster name. Yeah, Scarface Morelli sounds good. Great. So what I'm going to do now is let's just drop off those stoneware crocs. Scarface Morelli. And is there anything else I can do? Oh, money's becoming quite tight, so how about... Oh, my front is coming in to save the day. Not yet, no. How much have you got for me? $30. Nice. Let's try extorting a few more businesses, I think, just to keep that nice and healthy. Might have to smash up this guy's shop. Yeah, oh, they sell malt syrup as well. Yeah, okay. We'll get them eventually. Could we get another crew member? Ooh. I'm not sure. Like we have the space. Am I going to be running myself a little bit thin if I do that though? Got another batch of brick wine arriving in a couple of turns. I wonder if Audrey has any other cool things for us. Let's go up, have a look. Ooh. she'll let me know if she comes across anything. So she's not got anything for me at the moment. That's annoying. I kind of feel like getting rid of Marilyn here, because she did attack me. I kind of took that personally. Let's have a look. So moving into neutral territory here, that's going to cost me 3 action points, so I've got to be careful about riling her again. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go back to my strong house, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rest actually. So we already took a little bit of damage, let's just rest. There we go. And production is complete. So Milton's on it in terms of delivering. That's not a problem. What I will do in that case then is... Have we got anything at the front? No. Maybe I should set up another front. That makes sense. Let's have a look at our controlled buildings. Fronts. Right, we're doing a lot of business over here. I wonder if this might be quite a nice... We've got 2 businesses on that corner, got 1 on this one, none there. Don't know what's up here. This one we've done a lot of business with. There's nothing useful nearby though, so that's no good really for us. We're kind of going to be bringing heat on these kind of useful businesses if we do that, which could be not ideal. Ooh. Look at that, we were just talking about Audrey, weren't we? Let's have a chat with Audrey. See what she has to say. Oh, what's she got? She's going to give me some baseball bats. Okay. $93. Oh, I haven't got that on me at the moment. We have run ourselves well and truly down. This is why we need to get this backroom operation online ASAP. Right. Okay. So he's okay. So what we'll do. I think for now, let's just make Milton's delivery route. No, he's okay. He's okay. He's okay. Let's just sell. Oh, I'm gonna risk it again. The nearby businesses are gonna get the brick wine. Let's get some more money there. Cool. Carlotta wants. Let's find out. A distant cousin of ours that I have been getting to know quite well has been dispatching delivery trucks for a carton company. She's willing to help out family, and perhaps her connections with delivery vehicles could help you out. Sounds interesting. Okay, so I understand. Right, okay, so what we can do is we can give her 250 quid. You'll be able to get as many delivery trucks as you need with her help. That sounds great. We don't... Oh, we do have it on us because of all that brick wine we just sold. Nice. Alright, so we can either start a new mission, speedy delivery, and gain the skill truck driving, or we can just gain the skill. Speedy delivery, that implies that there's going to be a time limit. Can we meet time limits at the moment? We've got money. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. Okay. Oh, 750. Okay. It's all money at the moment. It's what people want from us. That's cool. Let's hit next turn. All right. So the back room. Ooh, Okay, so the backroom homebrew operation has come online. It's going to need a steady supply of stoneware crocks, so what I'm going to do is Milton's now going to, let's trash this, yeah, and let's add another delivery route. This one can be all about getting malt syrup. So you're buying malt syrup, you only need 10 quantity. Which is handy, as it's literally right next door to the operation, which is great. And then we'll drop it off. Oh, sorry, there we go. Illinois storage. You know what I might do as well? I might actually try and diversify where we buy, just to keep a few different people happy. Oh, we only know one person. Okay. Let us instead then we're going to need, let's say, like $80, and then we can move that back, so that's the first action of the chain. Right, so we need to make sure there's always $80 in Illinois Storage Company, which we can do. Let's just go and make sure that happens. Cool, and then what I'm going to do now is, so that'll be ticking over to producing the homemade beer. I will just go and make sure that I've got stoneware crocks for the brick wine. She hasn't got any. Who else? Sell this brick wine. Right. 46, that's enough to get the brick wine production going again. And let's have a look in here. Yep, we've got the malt syrup, 50 stoneware crocks. That's going to need a bit of a helping hand as well. Alright, Scarface, you are on crocks duty at the moment. Grab that front money. $30. So I wonder if we can make our production a little bit, because you can kind of see that like both of these operations are sort of like relying on similar resources, so we've got to be a little bit, you know, there's a bit of busy work involved in terms of keeping the stoneware crock quantities up for both businesses. So I'm going to have a little look to see if there's any way that we can improve the efficiency of these businesses, these backroom operations. So I'll tell you what, let's have a look at upgrades. Those are not helpful at the moment, but steam sanitizer, so we need sanitary measures, and that'll increase production by 10%. Okay, cool. Production tracking. Can I improve your operation? Okay, maybe. We will have a think about that. Because we're going to need another skill. We're going to need probably another crew member to be the operation manager there. And a little bit more money. That's taken care of. This one we were trying to boost, weren't we? So Stonework Rocks is still on the cards. Let's go here. Okay, that one is also now good to go. And we're gonna stop that for now, because I think I would like to take direct control over both of these crew members. Okay. So, what can we do? We're going to be finishing off in probably a turn there. And for this one, probably 2 turns, okay. We've got a couple of turns to burn while we make our produce. Maybe let's see if we can find out about sanitary measures then from someone. Let's see what they can teach us. Garage construction. Backroom bootlegging. That could be interesting. What will that take? $500. Well, that's cheaper than the other 2 missions that we've currently got going. Okay, I'm sure we can manage that. Scarface. Oh yeah, I really wanted to. I really wanted to sort out Marilyn, didn't I? Because she's gonna have. So every troublemaker that you come across, they're gonna have a safe house. So this contains resources, which could be quite valuable. There also could be money in there. So if we can take her out, we can have access to that. But we just got to make sure that we do it right while the police aren't around to kind of ruin our day. I'll tell you what. Let's see what we can do. I think Scarface is a good brawler, and he's also aggressive. So let us give him a weapon. Baseball bat. Great. I'm also going to get his car fixed up because that looks like it was running a little bit low. Yeah, okay, he can't do it yet. It's not quite run down enough. Oh, I feel bad about doing this, but hey, I'm a gangster. I should be. This should not bother me one bit. She did attack me after all. Right, let's get up there. We've got 8 movement points, so let's just make sure we do this properly. Is he going to get attacked? I think he might. Oh, the police are right there as well. Oh, this is a risk. Let's do it. Let's do it. Right. Let's go. Yeah. Don't like the way you're looking at us. We're going to attack her. Okay, so Antonio has a baseball bat. We know he gets a bit of a buff as well because he's aggressive and he's got the experience of being a well-known brawler. Milton's not much of a fighter. He just kind of is going to be just joining in for the support, as it were. And Marilyn, she's not got anything to defend herself with, really. So let's see what happens. She's injured and we are roughed up. Now we've got to be really careful now. I have a feeling this is a bad move. Yeah, it didn't do a lot to get rid of her. We'd probably need something a little bit more powerful if I wanted to remove her from that corner, as it were. Let's have a look at the heat. The heat. It's just it's slightly raised. It'll be alright. It'll be okay. Let's have a look. Oh. That's now looking like a problem. Okay. Tell you what, Milton, we've been fighting. So let's improve your skill there. I'm just going to get out of there. I'm going to get out of there and get back to my alcohol distribution. She's going to actually recover her health as well over time, so really we needed to make sure that we could get rid of her if we were going to attack her. It's not that helpful having gone and just sort of taken her health down a little bit. So firearm, if we wanted to actually remove her from the picture entirely, a firearm or more gang members probably would have been a better move. But hopefully you can sort of see that it's possible to quickly sort of knock down someone's health over a couple of turns. Let's just sort of see what happens there. Police might do something. Okay, so Milton, you can pick up all of this homemade beer and start distributing. Look at that. So one here as well. We're gonna make a lot of money this turn. Nice. We know brick wine's pretty lucrative over here. Run out of action. What's going on here? Ah, I'm injured. That's another reason not to jump into a fight if you know you're not going to necessarily win it. Let's recover health. And Milton can continue with the distribution of homemade beer. So it's nice, you can see that now that we've got 2 production chains going, our ability to make money is suddenly massively increased. Here we go, as we enter winter. Buying or selling, right. How much money has Milton got? $390. 20. Kind of wanted to get rid of some of these missions. This is our oldest one, isn't it? $1,000. Well, it must be something good. It must be something good. All right. There's $390, and let's get Milton back over here. Ooh. Oh no! Ah. See, it was a risk. It was a risk coming into it. We know this territory is quite hot. Oh, I was so careful to avoid it, but no. Alright, well, I think Milton actually didn't lose anything. Yeah, there was nothing in it. So, luckily, nothing too major happened. He was just arrested and then released. So, we're okay. And he didn't actually lose anything, so it's fine. Let's not worry. Good thing that he'd got rid of anything suspicious beforehand. We're going to be creating a lot of heat here. Let's go back up. Top. Lots of money. Antonio's got 750. That's enough to complete the family business. Oh, it's so hot down here though. This is the problem. I wonder if we can bribe this police officer. He's kind of being quite annoying. I'll tell you what, let's see if we can get a bribe sorted. 9 moves. Okay, help me out with the police, Stanislav. Right. We're going to intimate a bribe. Yeah, we'll help you out. $200, that's not a problem. So for 180 days, he's not going to bother us. Great. I imagine that you must find and confiscate a lot of interesting things on your beat. Things that could be useful to an organization like mine, if you know what I mean, yeah. Ooh. Ah, revolver, a little pistol, switchblade. You found my switchblade. I'm going to go for a... Ooh, I think I'm going to go for a revolver. That sounds really good. Colt pistol, nice. Brilliant. Andy, look how happy Stanislav is with us. That's nice. Okay. Great. And can we also do this? Yes, we can. We have very little money left. Okay. Oh, we're almost there. $56 left. Ooh. Do we have anything left to sell? Yeah, we do. Should leave us alone in this area now. There's 90, that's all we needed. I've got 2 more brick wine. Okay. Off go the police. Great. So we've got $30 there. We've got $60 here. That's enough. I'm hoping this is going to be like a really big, like, payout. Let's have a look. $1,000. We should get something good here. Ooh. Okay. Wow. So we can either gain a pickup truck, garage, and the skill garage construction. We can learn about grape presses, so that will allow us to actually create grape concentrate of grapes, which I don't think we need to worry about because we already create that. We can make malt syrup ourselves, which could be cool. Gain hide cider. Okay. Moonshine. Or just get a little bit of a repayment with some interest. I'm going to take the hard cider. Because I think there were 2 businesses that we could deal with. Oh, he's not too happy with this though, is he, Michael? Yeah. Also another mission there straight away. Oh, I've got my Colt pistol as well, so we could probably go and have another rumble with Marilyn. Okay, let's sell the hard cider. And let's get the markup. Yeah. We really want to be able to sell all of this, so let's go and see what he wants. Oh, we can pay him off. We can chip in to the to make him a little bit happier. Great. Because now we can sell you hard cider. Oh, and lots of it. Oh, and he's also going to tell us about someone we could do business with. That's quite nice. Philip, where's he? Wonder if he'll be a cider. Nope. Brick wine. Oh, more beer. Okay. Does anyone buy moonshine? We do have a couple of crocs. No. There are a lot of troublemakers around here. It's making it a bit risky, kind of going a little bit further out. Let's go over. Yeah, that kind of looks like an interesting place to actually start front, because you've got 1 business there, 3 there, 3 there. That does look like an interesting place to start front if we can get rid of these 2, which is possible. Okay. We've got hard cider to sell, we've got a little bit of money there. Let's have a look. Right, Milton, you can go and grab money from the front. I think I'm just going to try and extort this individual. Yeah, complying. There's another person paying into that front. That's a little bit of money. Ooh, so Michael's now offering us another mission. Baseball bats and $500. And what are we going to get from this? Top of the line filters that could really help your booze operations. Well, that might be nice. Okay. Let's go for it. Baseball bat's pretty cheap. It's anywhere sell them. We have one. Let's go and buy another one. Okay. And let's grab that other one from storage. I think I left it over here. My memory serves me. Yep. Some hard cider. Just the one this time. Okay. Got things you're waiting for. There's the baseball bats at least. So just $500 to go. We're almost there. We are almost there. Scarface has got the most money. Buy some more cider. We really need to start. I'll tell you what, let's swap over. Stoneware Crocs is what we need, isn't it? Let's buy some more. Put that in here. 43, and that needs. That needed 50, didn't it? So $34. What can you do with that? Get some more Crocs. Milton. Okay, that should be enough to keep that ticking over. Someone would like to... Oh, great. So many business opportunities. Right. You can take the cider. Keep selling that. Just going to delete this delivery route for now. Yep. And our old friend Audrey. Oh, look at this. So Marinin is on the warpath again. Right. I kind of feel like we should go and sort her out. I should go and buy another baseball bat. That could be quite. That could be quite a good move. He's got his Colt. They can back each other up. Oh, she's roaming. Let's buy a bat. Okay. Ooh, we could definitely use a favour. Tell me about someone that we can do business with. Nice. Oh, that's next to the a business that wanted to buy a homemade beer, right? Ooh. Maybe that's something that they can help supply. Maybe malt syrup? Or Crocs? Malt syrup, okay. So if we want to set another homebrew operation up over here, that would probably be a good place to do it, nearby a supply of malt syrup. Are we gonna go through again? I think we should. Let's have a look. Right. Let's see what happens this time. Got a Colt pistol and a baseball bat. Ooh. If they get big rolls, we could get a death here. No. Incapacitated though. Wonder how much heat that's created. Not a lot. It's okay. Right. I think we can get after her, can't we? Let's have a look. Keep going. Keep going. Well, they're both injured now. Milton could benefit from being a more efficient brawler, I think. Oh. So, Now that we've got to the end of our first year, we can actually have a little look at our legacy. So your legacy is essentially it's the main goal of the game. So you're going to be trying to fulfill a number of different objectives in different categories. So we've got fame, connections, economy, and competitors. So in fame, we can see right now that there are 3 goals that are linked with that. With connections, we have 3. With economy, we have 3. And with competitors, we have 3. So that's 12 all in all. And we can kind of have a quick look to sort of see how we're standing within each of those categories. So with fame at the moment, people look up to the rich and powerful and have since the dawn of time. So see how your legacy stacks up based on your wealth and power. So the goal is that your outfit has the highest net worth of all outfits in the city after accounting for all cash assets and operations. So in the city at the moment there are 9 big organized outfits, and we are currently ranked number 5 right in the middle. Okay, not bad, not bad. As things stand, that is. Emburdened by destiny, so your territory extends as far as the eye can see. At least 30% of the city is under our control. We have 1% at the moment, we need 30. So there's a lot of work to do. Although in the full game we would have 13 years to do this. And we just got to the end of the first. So yeah, we need to certainly pick up the pace a little bit there. Course and cunning. Your crew will follow you in whatever you do. At least 5 of your crew members should be at captain level. So the more experience that your crew members gain, they will slowly become what we call a captain, which is going to be like a very powerful crew member. So we need to get 5 of those. We don't have any at the moment, though. To be fair, it's just Milton and Scarface at the moment. So again, we have work to do there. Collector of favors. So if we look at the connections category here, so the more people that you know, the more doors will open to you. See how your legacy stacks up based on your connections and favors. So collector of favors, you've mastered the favor economy, and your outfit has at least 7 affiliates, which are local business owners who owed you many favors over the years. So we currently have 8 affiliates, which is great. So we've actually nailed that one, and we only need 7. Player with railroads. So smuggling by rail, you pulled a train depot into your territory and used it to strike at least 1 illegal business deal. Now, we've not seen a train depot, but you saw at the beginning, like the size of the map. Out there will be train depots, and we've got to somehow move our influence to capture one of those train depots, and then we can hopefully strike an illegal business deal. And likewise, a nation's freight handler. So smuggling by boat, you pull a longshoreman's haul into your territory and used it to strike at least 1 illegal business deal. So likewise, there is also longshoreman's haul, which is tied to the rivers running through Chicago. So we need to go and do a bit more exploration and find that as well if we want to complete that goal. Economy. So ruthlessness in business can fund a ritzy and glamorous lifestyle later on. Let's see how our legacy stacks up against our business success. Producer of alcohols. So the outfit is the most profitable manufacturing. Rankings use total value of booze produced in the previous month across all your operations. Well, we've been a little bit stop and start, if I'm being honest, because we haven't really set up much automation yet, because we don't really have that many crew members. I think what I would do next is to gain a few more crew members and see if I could maybe start having a more efficient production chain. I think with both of those businesses needing stoneware crocs, we've got a little bit of a bottleneck there. So I would probably start upgrading both of the operations so that they can start to produce alcohol more productively and efficiently. But we're currently ranked 9th of 9, so we're not doing great there. We're not doing great. Distributor to the people. Your outfit has the most profitable sales and distribution, such as bootleggers and speakeasies. Rankings use total value of booze liquidated in the previous month across all of your properties. So at the moment we don't have any bootleggers or speakeasies, so we're currently at number 9 as well. But I think we were getting pretty close to unlocking the backroom bootlegging, so we need $500 there. And then we actually could start doing that. So again, something to think about. You can see our economy, our progress towards the economy goal is not amazing. But again, it's, you know, we've done okay. We've done all right. I think connections might be something that we could probably start having a think about, as well as fame, because we're doing okay here. Our net worth. And the last one was the supply to the stars, so making sure that you've become an exclusive supplier to a ritzy downtown hotel, which became one of your tied houses. Sounds interesting. We've not seen any of those yet, but again, a little bit of exploration would reveal that. Lastly, category competitors. So some say it's better to be feared than loved. Well, we've done a little bit of fighting. So competing outfits are few and far between, and will not cause much trouble. At least 50% of the city's outfits have been wiped out from the map through whatever means necessary. Now, we've not actually encountered any yet, so that is just something that we're obviously in expanding our influence and exploring more of the city. We'll come across more competing outfits, and maybe we could start working towards that. After all, we've already started to get a few weapons together. Yeah, it's very modest at the moment, but you know, it wasn't too hard to get the police officers on side there. Get a few more firearms. I think we could start to become a little bit more aggressive. Yes. Neutralize hooligans. So corner hooligans fee you. At least 50% of city's hooligans have been eliminated or made compliant through whatever means necessary. So at the moment it's 1%. We need to get rid of 50. Although we have just started getting to work on this troublemaker. So that would help. And the dividends of peace. You never triggered a vendetta with another outfit, such as by killing one of their people. So at the moment, we've not done that. We're just fighting the troublemakers and the hooligans. So it's all cool. Interesting, though, that we have started, I think, with fame. Yeah. Favors. Fame. Connections. They're probably the two that I want to pursue. Although I do actually kind of feel like doing the... that sounds interesting as well. Well, in this demo, we're not going to be able to hit any of these objectives, but in the full game, this will be something that you'll be working towards. Each category and the set of goals that are tied to it. So what I think I'm going to do now is I am going to keep playing. We've got a few more turns left of the demo, and let's just see if we can make any more, do any more damage and make it a little bit more money. So our total net worth as well. So at the end of every year, you're going to get this summary which tells you what your net worth is, which is really cool because it shows that although, yeah, we've only got $312 to our name at the moment, that isn't actually what we're worth, because, you know, we've got a backroom brickwine operation which is worth $1,741.50. We have 2 moonshine in storage, which is worth $40. So all of these things add up and are important. We can see our crew listing there, just the 2 of us at the moment, but we want to get a big crew. That's kind of what I'm feeling. And we've got plenty of inventory, homemade beer, hard cider, and that Colt pistol. Great. Okay, right, let's play a few more turns. Let's see if we can get rid of Marilyn and see what happens now. Right, let's have a go. Oh, we're going to take her out. Oh, we've got a... Look at that, dead. Violence sweeps the city. Police descend at corner of Cutler and Crow. Well, I need to get out of there. Let's search the vehicle. $55, nice. Ooh, everyone's injured at the moment. Let's see if we can... I'll tell you what, I think what we need to do first is we need to get out of it. Away from the corner. There go the police. 4 lumber, 2 counterfeit wine, interesting, and 3 brick wine. Okay. Nice. And yeah, I think being a good brawler, that kind of paid dividends there, didn't it? What I think I might do now is let's send everyone back to the safe house and get them to recover. So we discovered counterfeit wine, which is kind of cool. So this is a more advanced version of brick wine, so it's going to require a little bit more know-how, more materials. It'll be a more advanced production chain, but that sounds really cool. So maybe that's something that we could think about next, because we've got brick wine after all. Let's have a think. Okay. Everyone is almost done. Let's get Scarface when he's finished. Let's get his car fixed up. $54 to repair. Okay, great. And actually, if you don't repair your vehicles, they actually move a little bit slow around the map. So you want to make sure that they're in tip-top condition as much as possible. And yeah, look at this. So the police have now descended on that troublemaker's former corner, as it were, and they have cleared up the mess that we left. And that business, Sipo's Budget Car Company, is now freed up, so we could go and have a little chat with them and see what's going on there. But that's looking a little less aggressive over here now, and to be fair, we're pretty good friends with Audrey. She's pretty cool. She owes us a favour, we've been doing business together, she gave us moonshine, which was nice. So this area is looking okay now. This, not so much. What can we do in our last few turns? Have we got $500 to our name? No, we've got brick wine to sell. What if anyone will buy the... Oh, look, someone will buy the counterfeit wine that we pilfered. Let's have a look. So that's worth quite a bit. $56 just for 2 bottles. Where's brick wine? 54 for 3. Can we complete any of these missions? So Scarface has got some lumber. Can probably just drop that off. Stick that in here. Pick up some homemade beer. Get rid of the Colt just in case the police get a bit nosy. Let's pick up this front protection money. $50 now. That's pretty nice. So every few turns we're getting 50 from them, which, as you saw, depending on like how you distribute alcohol, that's actually not bad. That's not a bad return. So the more fronts we can set up, the better. Obviously, they're going to cost in that initial kind of setup, and obviously making sure that everyone's on board and supporting you through extortion. But they're definitely worth it. If you have a few of them, you can even automate one of your crew members to go around and actually just pick up all the cash from all of your different fronts, which might be a good idea for me to think about in the future. We've even got some hard cider here. Let's go and sell. Hard cider. So we just need to sell the homemade beer. Oops. As quickly as possible. Look at that. 40 all in one. Brilliant. One of our affiliates, June. Fantastic. Okay, so which mission do we want to complete now? We've got $880. Let's do the fear infiltration. That sounded good. And then let's get Milton. He can just go over here. So we're improving our relationship with Michael, who's also now become an affiliate. So at one point he really despised us, but we've been doing quite a lot of interesting things with him. So let's gain the industrial filters skill. Brilliant. If you want to ever check your crew skills, you can have a look at your skill list here. So the industrial filters, yeah, here we go. So what I think we'll do now is we'll just go and see if those are any good. Industrial filters, what they do is install one of the industrial filters that your friend helped you acquire in this operation. They give you 10% more output from your source materials, which I think is going to be quite important. We need to get an operation manager in there and $400. Which we can totally do. The way we'll do that is we'll just get, we'll add Milton, remove him, add him, nice. Do we have any extra booze that we can sell? Maybe, just in case, a little bit of a buffer. Can we sell it right here? have a look. Yes. All right. And then what we're going to do, 444. So let's put that into storage, and now we can add the industrial filters. We've got a manager in Milton, we've got enough money, and we can use our skill that we acquired. Let's install it. It improves the booze yield by 10%, so now we only need 41 instead of 45. That sounds good to me. I think what we'll do next is just get a... Can we do anything else in these last few turns? Let's have a think. Can we get some stoneware crocs? Don't think we're going to make it. I think we are pretty much done. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to produce any more at this point. We can have a little look over here. I think that's it. I think that's all we're going to have time for in this demo version of City of Gangsters. Let's hit next turn. One more turn. There we go. Well, there we have it. Thank you for joining me today for my playthrough of the City of Gangsters demo. As I said before, the demo is available to play for free as part of Steam Next Fest, so go and download it, give it a playthrough. Love to hear what you think. You can find us on Discord and Twitter, so yeah, share your thoughts, comments, screenshots. We'd love to see how you've progressed in the demo, and yes, the full game will be available to play in Q3 2021 on PCs. So I'm sure I'll see you before then, but until then, take care. Have a great day. Bye.